Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, till now we have discussed why do we need political institutions. Fine. Now we'll be starting with the first institution, that is the legislature. Fine. And children, we will start with the topic parliament. Fine. So when you saw the example of office memorandum, children, you might have seen the role of the parliament. Fine. Now, why is parliament required, children? Because this decision was not taken in the parliament, but the things have to be discussed in the parliament. Fine. So, if you just recall, see the things about the report of the Mandal Commission, and it was discussed. Then the president mentioned it regarding all the points regarding it. Then the president made the memorandum. The decision was not directly taken in the parliament, but the discussions which take place in the parliament, fine, that is going to shape the decision of the government. Means if the discussion will not take place in the parliament, the decision could not be taken. So parliament is it is a pressure, it puts a pressure on the government. Fine. So now if a parliament is in favor of the decision, then only the government can take any decision. Fine. If the there is the people are not supporting the decision, then they cannot take. So children, why do we need a parliament? Fine. The next topic. Now children, in democracy, if you talk about democracy, what is it? It is an assembly of elected representatives. The parliament is an assembly of representatives, the elected ones, and supreme political authority on behalf of people. Fine. If you talk about your country, the National Assembly of Elected Representatives, if you talk about the nation, then children, it is a parliament. And if you talk about the state legislative, the state level, then this assembly will be called the legislature or the legislative assembly. The names can be different for different countries, but in every country this assembly exists if there is a democracy there. Now what are the political authorities? Fine. Now children, parliament is the final authority for making law in the country. Fine. All the task of law making, or you can call it legislation, they are very important. And these assemblies, legislature, there the decisions are taken. All over the world, the parliament has the right to make new laws. The parliament has the right to change the existing laws, or the parliament can abolish the existing laws and can make the new ones in their place. So this is the power of the parliament. Then parliament around the world, they have the same control, how they are going to run the government. If you talk about our country, the parliament has a direct and full control on the government. Fine. So if the decision is not taken in the parliament, fine, if they did not get support in the parliament, the government cannot pass any law. Now parliament is the one who controls all the money that government has. Fine. In most of the country, you all know the public money, fine, that can be spent only when the parliament sanctions it. Okay, yes, you can do this. Fine. So this is the rule. Then children, the next one, it is the highest forum of discussion and debate on public issue and national policy in any country. Parliament can take information about any matter. Now, if you talk about Parliament's role in the modern democracies, the role is divided into different powers. Fine, and those are called the different chambers or the houses. Generally, children, one house is directly elected by the people and exercise the real power on behalf of the people, and the second house is usually indirectly elected. Fine, and it also has special functions. The most common work for the second house is to look after the interest of various states, regions, federal units. Fine. If you talk about our own country, our parliament, it is divided, it has two houses. The first is the Council of States. Fine. Council of States, States Rajya, so Rajya Sabha, and the other is the House of the People. Fine. So House of the People Lok, so it is a Lok Sabha. The President of India is a part of the Parliament. The President is not the member of any of the houses, but he or she is the part of the Parliament. That is why all the laws which are, made in the houses, they only come into force when they receive the signatures of the president, when they receive the consent of the president. Fine. Now see Lok Sabha. If you talk about Lok Sabha, find what are the differences between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Find that we are going to see. Find now which house is more powerful. So children, it's the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is more powerful. It is the upper house. No, it might appear that the Rajya Sabha is more powerful, but it's not, because it's a democracy. So the lower chamber, the Lok Sabha, is more powerful. Fine. But it does not mean the Rajya Sabha is more powerful than Lok Sabha. It is just an upper house, lower house. So it doesn't mean that upper house has the more power and lower house has come less power. No, it's not like, it's an old way of speaking. So that's why we speak like this. Our constitution give Rajya Sabha some special powers over the states. But on most of the matters, the Lok Sabha has the supreme power. Any ordinary law, it has to be passed by both the houses, but if there is a difference between the two houses, the final decision is taken in a joint session where both the houses will sit together. Because of the larger number of members, the Lok Sabha is obviously going to win the decision. Lok Sabha has more powers on money matters. Lok Sabha passes the budget. Fine. When it passes the budget on any money related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it. And children, Rajya Sabha can only delay it for 14 days and can suggest changes. But it's up to Lok Sabha whether it is taking any decision, means accepting any decision or not. So this way we can say that Lok Sabha has more powers. Most important is Lok Sabha has the complete control on the council of members. Only one who enjoys the support of the majority of the members in Lok Sabha will be appointed as the Prime Minister of your country. If the Lok Sabha members, they do not have any confidence in any of the council of minister, then all the ministers, including the Prime Minister, they have to leave. The Rajya Sabha does not have this sort of power. So this is what we talked about the legislature. Fine, children. So in the next module we will talk about the executive part. Thank you and have a nice day.